Hello everybody, Average Gamer here, and welcome to another series for Supreme Ruler Ultimate. So as of this moment, we have 3 going on. The first one is our Ontario, which will be live streamed on Tuesdays and Thursdays. Madagascar, that's going to be streamed on Monday, Wednesdays, and Fridays. And then this one, Vietnam, which we're going to basically just record and play. And that'd be the doggy in the background. So here is the plan. Number 1 is tell the dog to sit. And also the next step is to kind of go with why I picked Vietnam. Number 1, a lot of the playthroughs I noticed that I play, I get really dependent on nuclear power. And I realized that Vietnam has no access to uranium. So I can kind of play on the fact that I'm going to have issues with power pretty much the majority of the game. I like that. They're not the most sophisticated. When it comes to technological levels, we are going with the 2020 start. Other than that, lots of stuff to do. When we bring up the economy information here, we are short on agriculture. We are short on rubber, though I think we can build a tiny bit of it. Yeah, we have a little bit of rubber. We're short on timber, though timber, we do have a lot that we can call upon. Oil, we're short on it, but if I bring up the button here, there is some spots where we can extract oil, which is pretty good. Coal, we're producing a lot of coal for what we're using. Coal is going to be one of our primary abilities for power, probably. So we might run into some issues there. We got some coal that we can extract there. Plus we'll have to increase the size of the facilities up in the north. Metal. We're producing already a lot. We're going to trade a lot of metal. As you can see, we can exploit a ton of metal. We're going to be trading that for oil, for coal, for basically for power. As you can see, nuclear. We can't produce any of it. Power is probably going to be one of those things. We built a lot of hydro dams, which is going to be something we're going to want to do early on. But we need to build up a lot of money and a lot of industrial goods. So this is going to be a long economic game, internally economic, and in conjunction, very diplomatic, because we're going to have to do a lot of trading for goods and stuff like that. For consumer goods, we are in the hole for consumer goods quite a lot. One of the things we're going to do is we're going to increase the cost domestically a lot of these things. We're pretty much going to max it out. And just see how things go. Also, you can probably see the dog sticking his head up every few moments here. Industrial goods, we're not good on the industrial goods. We're just kind of short, but we have a lot. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to build an industrial goods factory to help us kind of get a hold of that. Build probably 2 coal power plants, maybe even 3. Researching wise, we only have 2 things for research, so power is going to be our number 1 priority. Improve power grid, boom. And yeah, trying to kind of get our science stuff pushed as fast as possible. We want to be that really strong little country that no one even thinks about, but it was going to have the most up-to-date technology. We're going to be the most sophisticated country out there. But obviously, we need to work on that, right? So with that in mind, we're going to look at some other stuff here. Revenge carbon forms. I'm going to want to get mobile steel barges. That helps us unlock oil, but we don't have any oil in water, do we? Yeah, it's not even in the rivers there, so we'll be able to kind of forego that for now. Coal classification, I believe, at least in synthetic coal, but it should also, there should be a coal option where we can get better coal. You know what? We'll take that. Military is the last thing on our minds for the moment. We're definitely in a situation here where... So take improved waste management. Output of industrial goods by 2. Yeah, we're going to want that. So those are the 3 things we're going to research at the beginning. We want to get a base down, a good base on our country, because we're going to be doing a lot. So first things first, our coal production. Okay. We want to increase some of that up here in the north. Just want to clean that up. In the south here, I'm also going to make this a lot easier for you guys. Give me a second here. I'm gonna move me to there. Oh, sorry, buddy. Just elbowed the dog in the face. So we're gonna try and exploit what we can, so we can sell stuff. Actually, that reminds me. Exploit to sell stuff. So we're actually going to crank our domestic prices for a lot of things. I don't know what my dog is doing at this point. I don't know if you guys can see this. Ow! You do have claws, you know. You're not... He really wants to cuddle and all that stuff, so... 200-pound dog. He's like, I want you to just cuddle and love me. That's good for that. As for money, our social spending is pretty much almost to 0. Our taxes, I want to up our taxes just a little bit more, not too much. 65 is good. And we're going to start, and the plan is to start paying off our loans. We have 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. We only have 12 loans. Now, mind you, each one is at $13 billion. So almost double the amount of money we have. So it's going to take a little while for us to kind of basically buy back all our stuff. Military-wise, we're not going to do production of any military stuff. We're just going to kind of keep it as is. We're going to hit the play button here, and we're going to watch our money here real quick. No, I'm not going to do any times 60 stuff. I'm going to give it 1 tick over first, and then I'm going to look to see where we can do this. Okay. So, we're making money, which means we're probably selling stuff here. I will not sell anything more than 95% of agriculture, but I will sell it below market price. Rubber, we're not producing any rubber yet. I actually want to get some rubber production. Okay, let's go here. Get that going. One of the good things is early on we can just try to spend our way out a little bit. You 95% max. We'll have to fix our timber situation as well. Three should be good there. Actually, technically 2 would have been good. So actually, let's cancel that one. Oil, we're using up just a little bit less oil. So I'm going to say sell 95% of our overall production, make some money, get things done. I hope I'm not quiet. No, I'm pretty good. Coal, same thing. Gonna only sell 95%. 95 to me is like the butter zone. Surplus is going to go down to 95, and I want to sell you just below. I want you to sell nothing. Power, yeah. Same thing, 95% of our surplus. Power is doing not so good for us. We're going to go 90% for the surplus there. We're not going to have one. Actually, no, we're not. We're going to zero surplus. We have zero production going on here. Industrial goods, we're not going to sell anything there, so we're not going to worry. And military goods. Well, military goods we're actually going to sell. I'm willing to sell 95% of that as well. Normally I don't. 2.7% unemployment. And I don't want to see any of this again. Okay, so a couple things we're going to also cut money on here is parts in the government. That's one of the things we want to do, obviously, is take... Military won't like us for a little bit, but I could care less at this point. Because the whole point is we want to pay off our debts before we do anything. Put money into research as well. Oh, by the way, I forgot to mention. We're gonna say no to that, but we're gonna say yes to that. We are doing the 2020 Shatter World scenario. So you'll notice that the world is pretty broken up. If you want to know what settings I'm playing on, basically everything is set to normal except for the military difficulty. The military difficulty is set to very hard because I do not want to fight any wars. So to kind of penalize myself a little bit, I've set it to very hard. We're almost ready to pay off our first loan, which is a primary thing that obviously, as I said before, we want to do. There we go. Perfect. I will not do that. Yeah. How is our consumption's high? We have 5.5 years of construction like this. So what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to build some more timber. Actually, no, we're building 2 timber mills right now. We need some agriculture. And we're going to hold that because this won't take agriculture along the build. It's what, 60 days? Yeah. So that will not take long. Actually, I'm going to cancel out that. We're just going to build the 1.6 and see how that goes first. Diplomatic offer. I will agree to that. We're also going to pay off our first loan as well. Boom. 1 loan down. Still a lot more to go. Actually, we're almost at the point where we can pay off our another one. Interesting. I don't even see that worked. Actually, I think one more day we'll actually be able to pay off our second loan. So short term, people are going to hate us. The military likes us for some reason, even though I cut their pay. Oh, there we go. We can pay our second loan now as well. Boom. Oh, the 13. I thought there were 14 million. Okay, we're good. But the plan is to pay off our loans as fast as possible. Quicker we can pay off our loans, the more money we make. Now, theoretically, one of the things I can do is I can cut back on some of this stuff here as well. I'm also going to tell some of my ministers to do a few things here. You, for example, I want you to acquire technology and get better trade relations. You... Now, I'm locking this guy out of a lot of stuff, so he's only going to be able to do a few things, but... This kind of locks him out of a few things. Subsidized agriculture. Resource efficiency. Maximize profit. Increase domestic prices. Export opportunities. Now this is where I change things up a little bit. I don't want this guy to do anything other than improve research efficiency. Decrease readiness. I want a defensive military. Increase reserve personnel. Minimize garrisons for now. Oh, that's you. Perfect. Okay. So this way, what should happen, and what probably will happen, is that we're going to slowly cut back on the amount of money that we're kind of losing here a little bit. And the plan is short term, as I said, just to get our economy kind of in a position where I like it, so that we can kind of grow from there. And with the fact that we're limited on a lot of stuff, growth, area, technology, we're also going to be hindered by, nope, let's pay off another loan. A lack of a lot of the resources that we're going to need long term. That, you know, it's one of those things where I think it's a good country to play as. The plan is not to fight any wars. I haven't set the world to be violent in any form or fashion. We're making almost $7 billion a day in trade. So pretty much every 2 days, we should be able to pay off a loan. Look at that. Boom. There goes another one. So we have what? How many left do we have? 1, 2, 3, 6. Wow, we only have 7 left. Oops. We're actually doing pretty good. Now, things like our GDP and stuff like that are going to just drop, but we're also trying to fix a lot of things, so... Okay. So those buildings should not be far behind. Oh, we can pay down another one. So remember, we are paying interest on each one of these every month, every day, we pay off another one. So, I mean, the key to paying them off is I'm not paying extra money. I mean, that's my primary thing. Yeah, I might short-term kind of screw my economy up a little bit, but I'm really not too worried about that. What I'm more worried about is owing a lot of money and having my money hemorrhage out. Well, this way I can kind of cap it, get control of it at the beginning, mold it the way I want to, almost forcefully mold it, and then kind of plug the holes where they need to be plugged. There we go. Pay off another one. We're getting there. We're getting there. So right now, power is our primary trade issue. Actually, our coal situation is good. Building 2 more coal mines. So what I'm going to do is I'm also going to build some coal power plants near our capital. There we go. So 80 days, we'll have those 4 done. At the current rate, how is our industrial goods going? 3.5 years of supply left still. So we are good. We have enough money to pay off actually a couple of loans now. Wow, we're making money actually hand over fist right now. I'm actually kind of nervous to figure out why we're making so much money. Alright, so we are almost debt-free. So in the first episode, we've completely removed all debt. I was not expecting this to happen that fast. That actually happened about 4 to 5 times. I thought it was going to be that we were going to have debt for the first little bit. But no, we're good. We don't owe any money anymore. We're doing amazing when it comes to trades. Our primary issue is power still. We're losing almost 11... Where am I making all my money? Oh, I'm making all my money on oil. I sold 55 million barrels of oil. Okay, I see. I see what's going on there. Okay. Why is... Oh, because my the AI is tweaking things in the background. Okay, that's no big deal. So yeah, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to play this a little differently. I haven't done this before. What I'm thinking of is when things say this is favorable, I'm actually going to up the amount I'm willing to sell. So from now on, when something is not favorable, I'm only going to sell 20%. Or whatever I can click on it. There we go. It's favorable. We'll do 95. But everything else... Oh, okay, and apparently we have sold all our uranium. Good to know. So the AI is actually trying to sell everything. I wonder if midnight it flops back again. It's because I told this guy to sell all access stuff. Yeah, okay. Let's go the fastest real quick here. Pause, look around. 100%, 100%, 100%. Yeah, our guy is just trying to sell off everything. We'll turn that off. So that's how we made all our money. Basically, we sold all our stocks. Alright, so that's going to be the end of this episode. In the next one, we're going to try to build up those stocks again. I'm assuming our industrial goods are still pretty good. Yeah, we're still good there. But we're going to slowly, it looks like we actually have more though, get the country on the footing that I wanted on. Anyways, thanks for watching. See you next time. Bye-bye.